All right, today we're diving into a real masterpiece of Hindi literature, Munshi Premchand's incredible short story, Arrival in Kashi. It's this amazing tale all about anticipation, devotion, and, the quiet, complicated stuff that goes on in the human heart, all set against the backdrop of this historic city.
So at the very center of our story is Version, a poet who is just a massive deal. And this line, it perfectly captures how she works. See, she doesn't just write poems. It's like she's diving into an ocean to find these precious pearls of thought and feeling. And then, with her scribe, Madhavi, she strings them all together for the world.
The city of Kashi, which you might know as Varanasi, is absolutely buzzing with this literary energy. And right in the middle of it all is Verjan. She's such a star that women from all over come just to be around her. And we're not talking about some local talent here. Her work is celebrated all over India and has even made waves in Europe and America. In Kashi, she's basically the sun everyone revolves around.
But for all that's going on, the whole city is kind of holding its breath. Everyone is waiting, just completely wrapped up in the idea that one man might return, the saint, Balaji. Now this guy has traveled the world, Ceylon, Rangoon, you name it, but he has never ever come back home to Kashi. And that long absence, it's turned him into a living legend.
Now, the people of Kashi have tried everything to get him to come back, but nothing's worked. So what do? They turn to their most powerful voice, Version. She decides to write an invitation on behalf of the entire city, hoping that maybe, just maybe, the power of her words can be the thing that finally convinces the great saint to come home. So you've got to be wondering, why is Balaji so revered? Why would an entire city basically come to a standstill for him? Well, the answer is in the stories people tell. These tales that have built him up into this larger-than-life figure.
And these stories are, they're nothing short of miraculous. People say he brought a queen back from the brink of death, cured a Raja of TB when all the doctors had given up. But it's not just the miracles, right? It's his character. He turns down a fortune, a pearl necklace worth 9 lakhs, and inspires charity instead. He literally walks all night just to bless the wedding of a poor herdsman. These aren't just anecdotes. They're the reason people see him as a living god.
And here's where Premchand does something brilliant. He weaves in this sharp social commentary. As the women are all talking about how great Balaji's is, the conversation turns to the lower caste posses who are building a temple. One woman, Chandrakumari, just scoffs at the idea, but another, Rukmini, fires right back, asking, why not? Are they not human? It's this quick little exchange that just pulls back the curtain on the deep-seated caste prejudice that's simmering right under the surface.
So you've got this city that's just electric with all these stories and debates. Virgin's poetic invitation gets sent off, and the whole community is pinning its hopes on her words. And now, all they can do is wait.
And the tension just builds and builds. A whole month goes by. And silence. Nothing. The city's hope just sours and turns into this deep disappointment. Nirash, as it's said in Hindi. Virgin especially is just heartbroken, thinking her poetry failed. Then, just when it seems like all hope is gone, bam, the news breaks like a thunderclap. Balaji is coming. Not next week, not tomorrow, today.
And just like that, despair turns into absolute pandemonium. Just picture it. Shops are being decorated like mad, students are flooding the streets waving flags, and in every single house, people are grabbing flowers, getting ready to create this celebratory rain of blossoms. The whole city just explodes into joyous chaos.
The preparations are frantic. The energy is peaking. The entire city is on the edge of its seat. And then, the moment everyone has been waiting for is finally here.
It starts with a sound, and not a quiet one either. It's a roar. The deep, powerful call of conch shells echoes through the streets, announcing his arrival. It's the sound that says, the wait is over.
Then, the sound gives way to the sight. The crowd isn't just a crowd. It's a literal sea of humanity. Shoulder to shoulder, as far as you can possibly see, the entire city is poured out onto the streets, surging forward like this single massive wave.
And then, even the roar of the conches gets drowned out by a human roar. 50,000 voices, all shouting in perfect unison, Balaji ki jai, victory to Balaji. It's this moment of pure, collective joy, a sound that feels like it could shake the very foundations of the city.
And the celebration just hits this incredible visual peak. Flowers, coins, all sorts of treasures are raining down from every window and rooftop. There's so much stuff being thrown that Balaji and his mother, who's come to greet him, get buried waist deep in this fragrant sea of blossoms. It's an absolutely overwhelming display of love.
But right as this huge public spectacle is happening, Premchand does something masterful. He pulls our focus away from the roaring crowd and zooms in on two intensely personal, quiet moments of revelation.
Right in the middle of all that chaos, Balashi's mother, Suwama, steps out of the crowd. Now to her, he isn't some saint or hero, he's just her son, her lost son. And as he bows at her feet, she pulls him into an embrace, and her tears are described as a rain of pearls. You know, with thousands of people cheering, this quiet, powerful moment of a mother's love, that becomes the real heart of the whole celebration.
But there's another story happening at the exact same time, one that nobody else in that huge crowd can see. It's the internal story of Madhavi, the young woman who wrote down Virgin's poems and worked so hard to prepare for this very moment.
Just think about Madhavi's journey for a second. Her one and only wish was to see this great saint. She worked herself to the bone, picking flowers until her hands literally bled just to prepare the offering for him. But now, as he's standing right there in front of her, she can't even look up. Her eyes are glued to the ground because she's terrified by a new realization. Her pure, simple devotion has somehow changed into something else, a new, earthly, and completely impossible love.
And this is where Premchand leaves us. The city got its hero back. A mother was reunited with her son. But for Madhavi, the very moment her greatest wish came true was also the moment a new desire was born. A love that she knows has to be crushed before it can even take root. It's this bittersweet, really poignant ending that kind of forces you to think about the hidden personal costs that can come with even the most joyous public celebration.